I'm JJ Snyder for Mingle Media TV's Red Carpet Report. Tonight is the opening night of the third annual New Media Film Festival.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I'm one of the filmmakers. I have a short documentary, 3 minutes, called Good Things Are Always Happening, and I truly believe that's the case. Positive energy and positive thought really helps. My documentary is in the LGBT category. My husband and I got married before Prop 8 passed. We're one of 18,000 couples that were legally married. So I consider us marriage
here. I'm sorry, married here in California?
Yes.
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 Yes. During that window of time.
That short window of period. Yeah, it's always interesting when you meet other couples that were married, and sometimes you forget and say, well, when were you married? And it's always 2008 because we all got married at that time. But my husband and I have become very active in sharing our story about what marriage equality means and just telling from our heart what our situation is and what it means to us and our families and just the love that we feel and that it is a very positive thing.
Great. So you're coming up on a 4th anniversary?
Yes.
Is that right?
That's right. With a lot of gay couples, there's many anniversaries. A lot of people go by when they first met or when they became committed. So we have like our first date when we decided that we were going to be a couple. And then the 3rd anniversary is when we legally got married.
Great. Is this also part of the subject of your film?
Yes, exactly. It's about marriage equality and it basically follows our story. It started off not meaning to be a documentary. Dustin Lance Black, who's the screenwriter of Milk, about the life of Harvey Milk, was doing a project for Courage Campaign, and he wanted people to share their story about what marriage equality meant to them, whether they were gay or straight or family members were gay or straight. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to share our story, and I put it together, and I followed their tips, which were don't stand on your soapbox and talk about all the horrible things that have happened to you, just to tell your story. And that's exactly what I did. And I thought, well, a lot of good things have happened as a result of us being married. So,
what's the next step that you would like to see happen, like politically, as far as marriage equality? Like, would you like to see a certain state? Do you have a goal in mind for the movement?
Yes, my goal is that marriage equality comes back to California, first of all. It's basically headed to the Supreme Court. They'll decide if they'll hear the case. And then also that DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, will be overturned. Even though Mark and I are legally married, when we fill out our taxes, it's strange because we have to check that we're single on our federal taxes. So basically, we're like stating something that we're really not, but we're required to by law to do that. And of course, with the state of California, we mark that we're married. So once DOMA is out of the picture, which is also on its way to the Supreme Court, that'll let people that are legally married in their own state have it recognized by the federal government.
It's interesting because when you're describing your taxes, I'm thinking, well, it's sort of like having two different identities. Like we are married, we're not. And I imagine that it may have pressed you to really define what marriage means to you and your partner. Is that right?
That's right, it does. And at first, some people thought, well, marriage shouldn't really apply to gay couples, that maybe you should call it something else. But then right away you become a second-class citizen. They're basically saying that you don't deserve the name that everyone else has of marriage. So, and once we got married, it was really a cool feeling to feel that we finally had the right to do so, and that it was sanctioned by the government. And a lot of people don't care what the government thinks, but when they deny you basic rights that everyone else has, it really doesn't feel good.
Great. Well, I appreciate you sharing your thoughts.
Oh, well, great.
Good
Well,
luck
thank
with your
you.
film.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.